Hello, my name is Eric Almeida. I'm responsible for service sales in Canada. And today we're gonna have the opportunity to speak about the pre and post beef process and the Inliner Everything process of GEA Dairy Robot R9500. And for this purpose, we invited Jerome Boyer, who is the sales specialist for GEA Automatic Milking Systems in Canada. Welcome, Jerome.
It's a pleasure to be here. As Eric said, my name is Jerome Boyer, and I'm the sales specialist for AMS in Canada. I've been with the company, GEA company, for the last 13 years, but I've been specialized on robotics for the last 11 years. So it's a pleasure to be here today and answer your question about the post-dip and pre-dip and Inliner Everything process on the GEA robot.
We know that GEA has a unique way to simulate milk pre and post-dip cows. So can you tell us a little bit more about the Inliner Everything process?
Yeah, the Inliner Everything process is pretty unique on the market. Basically, the way it works is the cow will be identified when she gets into the box, and then the software, dairy plan software, the herd management software, will send all the information about that cow to the system, so we know if it's a three-teat cow or if it's a treated cow or colostrum cow or anything like that. So the way it's going to work, the unit's going to move to the udder, and then we're going to start the attachment with teat number one. As soon as this teat is attached, then we're going to start the stimulation with the help of our StimulPulse system. And then at the same time, we're going to start the cleaning of this teat. So because we want to create a turbulence inside the liner to clean it better. After that, we're going to do the pre-milk portion of the milking. And then after the pre-milking, we have the normal milking. And then after that, we go with the post-dip at the end of the milking, and then that's pretty much the Inliner Everything process.
We should learn a little bit more or dig a little bit more into the teat preparation. So how does it work on a GEA Dairy Robot R9500?
Well, basically the teat process or the teat cleaning process is pretty simple. We start with cleaning the teat with water, and then we're gonna use an antiseptic solution that we're going to tell a little bit more about in the near future. With this antiseptic solution, we're going to clean the teat and make sure there's no residue and the teat is perfectly clean before milking. When it's done, when we're done with the antiseptic solution, there's a soaking period, and then after that, a flush of air to remove any residue or anything in the line and make sure that the teat is ready and dry for the milking.
GEA recommends using approved antiseptic solutions, and then we rinse the teat, and then we blow air to dry the teat. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. That's the way it works for sure. An approved antiseptic solution is a recommendation, it's a regulation in Canada in most provinces, so we have to use a DIN approved product for the process. And then after that, you're absolutely right. We're using a soaking period just to make sure the product is activated and do its job. And then after that, we're going to use a flush of air just to make sure there's no residue left, and also that the teat is really dry and ready for the milking.
Okay. So moving ahead in the milking process, how do we make sure that the liners were disinfected after milking a problem cow?
Well, it's easy. On our GEA Dairy Robot R9500, there's a backflush solution that we use with peroxysan chemical. And this process is when the cluster goes back to the CIP position. There's 3 nozzles outside of the liner that's going to spray the outside of the liner to make sure we clean it as much as possible. But there's also a nozzle, or a candle type of nozzle, that we use inside the liner to make sure we spray all our backflush solution inside and make sure there's no risk of contamination for the next cow or anything like that. And then after that, again, there's a soaking period and air blow that goes inside the liner.
So what are after this problem cow was milked, what are the procedures after this step?
There's 2 ways to see it. If it's a colostrum cow or if it's a treated cow, we're gonna have like what we call a cleaning, or a stall cleaning, or a stall rinsing. So if one of them could be used with the chemical to make sure the box is ready for the next cow, and for sure that we clean from the liner to the decision valve for the bad milk side, just to make sure there's no contamination possible or anything like that.
So it's worth to mention that milking is done by quarter, right? Consequently, there's less extra vacuum being applied to the teat end, healthier teats. Then, right after milking is finished, can you tell us how post-dipping works and how it's applied in the Inliner Everything process?
Yeah, at the end of the milking, when on a per quarter basis, when the threshold or the detached threshold is achieved, then the quarter will be detached. But just before it's detached, there's an application of a post-dip inside the liner. Again, it's really inside the same liner. There's no external system or anything, or a spray or anything like that. So the best application possible. We have the teat end covered, and the 2/3 of the teat covered also. And those settings could be or should be verified by a certified technician every 3 months during the maintenance to make sure everything is under control. And then after that, you can have the best process on the market.
Thank you very much, Jerome, for all the information.
Always a pleasure.
And if you have further questions, don't hesitate to contact Eric or Jerome through our emails. Thank you very much.